You think these attendance numbers are pretty close, Drew, or you think they're just pulling them out of hats?
Drake's giving them to me, so as far as I'm concerned, they're official. But what do we break down?
Friday night 14, 12, Saturday 13. So Drake's not a liar, is he? I mean, he's like the most honest guy I've ever met.
Yeah, but I'm sure Drake is being persuaded.
Yes. I just didn't feel like there was that many people there.
No, we had about like 70 for one match, I'd say, for
the Friday at noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get to count both teams,
Yeah.
the visiting teams watching.
Right.
I mean, that got close to 300 probably.
People walking in and out the building.
Right, that's right. Anybody down my hallway counts. They were there. Yeah, people had class. That should be higher, actually. All right, I'm ready when you guys are. I can do an opening statement. No, Kaylee?
I'm Kaylee stand-in.
Oh, you're stand-in today.
Yeah.
All right. On the weekend, I thought we played really well. I think I was very pleased. We've been working on consistency, and I thought that since and low error, after Game 1 against Western Carolina last week, we played 2 and 3 well, and then I thought we played 4 games against Oregon, went toe-to-toe with those guys and played pretty well. We were pretty efficient. They were just really, really good. And then I thought we carried it into this weekend, and I think out of the 9 sets we played, going 9-0, I think in 8 of them we were pretty efficient. So, 12 out of the last 13 sets, I thought we've played pretty well. So I was happy to see that. We're blocking around 3 a game, which is where I thought we'd be this year. This weekend we hit a 313 as a team, which is a little high. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull that off all year. But when you hit a 313 on a weekend, everybody played pretty well, including our setter and our first contact people, our liberos and everything. You have to pass pretty well to hit a 313. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Kelly Lamberti was tournament MVP. I thought she played great. I thought Lexi Hartnett was all-tournament team. I thought you could have flipped a coin between Lexi and Abby Gilliland to see which one of them was also going to be on all-tournament team. I thought those 3 played really well this weekend. What I really like about this team, I really like this team, and I've said that from the beginning. I think we can do some things offensively. I think we can control the ball well. I think we're going to get some blocks. I think we have better serving than we've had in a couple years. What I really like about him is if you go back to the MAC tournament last year, Chelsea Bilger was all MAC tournament team. Since then, Meredith Ashey's been all tournament. Serena Warner's been an all tournament award. Kelly Lamberti's been all tournament. Lexi Hartnett's been an all tournament. Like I said, I thought Lexi or Abby, either one, could have got it this weekend. I like that, we've got some kids that play, and we've got 3 or 4 offensive options a lot of the time. And I think we can be efficient when we control the ball, and I think our first touches are as good as they've ever been. So I'm really happy with this group. We had a tough weekend in front of us. We got Greensboro, and we got North Carolina, and we got NC State. So, hey, I scheduled hard. We know that. I think they know that, and we got to get one of these big ones. We got to get one against somebody who's an NCAA tournament team or somebody that's going to be advancing. To prove that we kind of belong. I think we're proving that we're good and that we're at the foothills of being a very, very strong team in the future here, but I want to be good now. And so this weekend's an opportunity to prove to some people that we're good right now. So we hope to play well. We leave Wednesday night, quick turnaround. We practiced actually Sunday this week and had the team off today. So it's a quick turnaround, and we'll see how we do. One more weekend until MAC play begins, and so that's kind of exciting watching some of the other MAC teams and seeing how they're doing. Questions from you all?
So you talked about having a short week and turning around and going this weekend again on Wednesday. What's kind of your plan to turn around so quickly?
We're continuing to focus on us. That we talked about that today in the office, how we were going to try and prepare for 3 opponents with 2 days of practice, then a road trip, and then a day of practice while on the road. How are we going to be prepared for these guys? And I think the best defense is a good offense. So if we can do things effectively, and we'll just try to kind of key in. Again, when you play 3 matches in a weekend like you've been playing, the preseason, we just continue to focus more on us and just make our team aware of what the other team is wanting to do. We'll maybe key in on one or two players that we think could hurt us on some of our opponents and just talk about their strengths and practice that a little bit. But it'll be a fast turnaround. You know, we'll just hope to do our game well. That's gonna, and hopefully our system can beat theirs.
And oh, sorry, go ahead.
Do you think playing the tough schedule early on prepared you well to have success this past weekend?
I think so. I think absolutely. I think that, you know, I've always said this: when you beginning, you find out what's broken, because they're going to find it. They're going to be able to execute it. They're going to find ways to pick on weaknesses, and you know, you just get stronger at them. You know, they're just constantly working on your weakness, so your weakness gets stronger. And to have shots to win, your strength needs to get better as well. So I think absolutely, without question, it has pushed us. We've been pushed every game the first 2 weekends. You know, I mean, there was nothing came easy. So I think that's helping our consistency now. Hopefully it keeps going.
What would you say you've accomplished in preseason play?
We've certainly got a lot better. You know, you get 2 weeks with a group, and in our case, you know, in our 9-player rotation right now, we got 3 freshmen and 3 sophomores playing a lot. You know, that group of 9 has had 2 weeks to try and learn, and heck, the first week and a half we let them compete against each other for starting jobs. So, you know, we're finally playing more and more as a team. I think that's showing up. Players are knowing more where the other people are going to be. And I think, again, the strength of our schedule has helped that. They've been forced to play well to compete. Nothing has come easy, and so we got to work for it. So hopefully we keep working hard and stay focused and keep getting better.
Could you give them an overall grade for preseason?
I haven't been asked that. That's a tough question. You know, I think we're, you know, with our schedule, you know, I'd like to see us to get an A. I think we'd need about 6 wins right now, and we're at about 4. You know, so I can't give us an A. But certainly I think, you know, a low B or something in there. In terms of our improvement over the first 3 weeks, I couldn't be more pleased. I would give them an A in that. I just think that, you know, from what we've seen in practice to just the consistency of the 9 straight sets to the Montana State match, you know, Montana State was 2-0 at our tournament going into that Saturday match, and for us to hit a 390 against them offensively, and I thought we could have played a little bit better defense against them. But our improvement, I'd give an A, and our overall grade, I'd probably give it, you know, B, somewhere in that range, lower B.
You talked a little about it earlier, but talk about, you know, coaching against a former coach that coached here.
Yeah, you know, Kyle Weindell is doing a great job at Montana State. I think they were a 5-6 win team a year ago, and they're 6-2 right now. I know that last year they had their setter was hurt for the year, and I don't think they had a backup. But he's doing a good job of making them believe. They're playing a very similar system to what we are. My understanding is a lot of their training stuff is very, very similar. So of course I think he's doing awesome because he does like what we do, right? But it was fun. I mean, it was great seeing Kyle. It was great seeing his team. It's a good group. I wish him all the best this season. I'm thrilled that they're 6-2, and hopefully they're competing for a conference championship over there as well.